Good morning. Good morning. Looks like it's about 2:50 a.m. and I'm on my way to the gym right now. It's so weird. It's so weird as believers. We got this crazy way of saying that we trust God, because when a problem comes up, I gotta plug this in. When a problem comes up, we always find ourselves worried, and me too. I'm not above that. And I gotta be honest with you, Jesus wasn't above it. Paul wasn't above it. Because at both times when they were under a serious persecution, both of them death, they both asked God, like, yo, can you take this away? So don't think of yourself as less worthy or not a believer because you find yourself worried about a situation, whether it's money or health, or you got some bad diagnosis from the doctor, whatever the case may be. I wouldn't even, I have to be mindful of the fact not to come down on myself too hard when I start getting a little worried or trying to take things into my hand, and I'm not exercising this superhuman faith. I have to understand that, even some of the greatest people who have walked this earth have been in fear or have worried. So it happens, but it's funny how, when you have faith or when you believe in God, that you have one or two ways that you're going to be. You're either going to be worried, or you're going to be constantly trying to fix something. Constantly trying to fix something, or constantly worried. And you got to remember something. You'll always have a way provided for you. You'll always have a way. There's always a way provided for you. Whether that way is exactly what you envisioned, or that way is short of what you've asked for, there's always a way. Yeah, you might want steak, but you might have to settle for hamburger. But who knows that reason? Who knows the purpose behind that? I would even challenge it to say, why concern yourself with why does it have to be hamburger right now instead of steak? The word says, let your blessings find you working. Now, I take that to mean that, I have an obligation to grind it out. I have an obligation to steadily be going after what it is that I wanted. Now imagine you wanted steak, but you had to settle for ground beef. But imagine the only reason you had to actually settle for ground beef was because you stopped working. And when your blessing was ready to be delivered to you, not that it wasn't already prepared, but imagine it was already there, whether it's your blessing of your husband, blessing of wife, blessing of finances, of a business opportunity, whatever the chance may be. Imagine it didn't find you preparing yourself to handle it. What reason would it have to stop? What reason would it have to say, okay, you're ready for it? So you don't know when. That's why it doesn't really pay to worry, because all worry does is take you away from the work. That's all worry does. It makes you tired. It makes you lazy. It makes you fearful. You go into this state of scarcity. Versus saying, I believe what I've asked for will happen. So I'm going to work on me, or I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work the plan. See, I love Steve Jobs. I love Steve Jobs because he was such, you're like, dude, he was like, I think he was an atheist vegan, like, dude was all over the place. But I honestly believe that his blessings found him working very hard. And when people are committed to what it is that they believe in, it makes it easier for the blessings to start happening, because he's showing God. He's being obedient to the idea and the thought that was put in his mind to do it. And God says, I'll reward you for that. I'll reward you for that. I'll reward you for the obedience that you're showing. Because obedience is the faith. The obedience is the faith that you're showing. The no fear attitude. The just do it. But you can't operate from a position of fear, or a position that it's not going to happen. I mean, I literally believe everything that I've asked for is going to happen so bad that I'm constantly grinding after it every day. I am constantly, relentlessly going after it. And yes, sometimes you get caught up. You start looking at other people, and you know that they don't love God as much as you, and you know they ain't up in church, you know they ain't doing the right thing, and and you just see them catching blessing after blessing. And the word says that the wealth will find its way out of the hands of the unrighteous and into the hands of the righteous. I'm not saying that I want them to lose. I'm just saying that I know what's mine. And when you know what's yours, you just keep going. And you just keep preparing yourself. Right now, I am praying for this huge financial blessing, and I know it's going to be big because it's delayed. It really is delayed. And when I say big, I believe it's eight figures. Minimum. You gotta know how to handle that. You gotta know what you're doing with that. I mean, that ain't no slouch piece of change. Relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, I want all this. Prepare yourself. How are you preparing yourself? So rather than prepare ourselves, sometimes we'll just stay in a fear, scarcity mindset. Just hang out right there for a while. Hope that gets it done. Hope that fixes the problem. It doesn't do anything. It just delays what is what is yours. That's it. So if you want to make real progress, just keep working towards what it is that you want. And you know when it's something that you're supposed to be doing, because it keeps tugging at you. Even if it's just finishing something. It doesn't have to be something brand new. It could be something that you started and you just did not finish. But you know when there's something, a calling on your life that you're supposed to do. And it doesn't have to be big and prolific, but you know when there's a calling on your life and there's something that you're supposed to be doing, you need to just go ahead and do it and get that out the way. See, I like doing that. I like finishing what I started so that I can get that out the way. And at least I can say, okay, well, if that wasn't it, that's fine, but I finished it. Because with everything I finish, there's a greater victory. There's another achievement. With everything I start and don't finish, it's another level of disappointment. And that feeds that fear. That feeds that anxiety. And what does fear and anxiety do? It slows you down. It doesn't allow you to operate from a position of strength. But a position of fight or flight. And you can't get anywhere with fight or flight. And you can't make people come along with you. So sometimes you're gonna have to do it all on your own. And just be okay with that.